60 days after taking office, President Biden will hold his first press conference this afternoon.
China has an overall goal, and I don't criticize them for the goal, but they have an overall goal to become the leading country in the world, the wealthiest country in the world, and the most powerful country in the world.
Don't trust China. China is asshole.
Run.
We're live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen,
Tom?
to the Gaslit Podcast. How's it going, Jim?
Oh, it's going delicious.
Is it
Yeah, we had such
extra
a good-
delicious for you today?
We had such a good day today. Such a good day.
I don't know. I think we've had better days.
Yeah, you think so? Hold on, let me do something real quick. Keep talking to the people at home.
Oh. Thank you for joining us again, ladies and gentlemen. This is a special, special day because the President of the United States, Joseph R. Biden.
Bridal. McBridal.
Mr. Biden. Mr. Biden today did his first press conference. What, it was like 200 days into his administration?
I think it's about 3,500 days into his administration. But we want to know what you think about...
Comment. Let us know what questions you would ask President. I'm promised I would not curse. I promised my wife I would do less cursing on
Can't
that.
curse. We're
That's
live
right.
now.
That's
so
right. We're
I can't
live.
edit things out. Yeah, so I would like to know what people think, because I wanted to know yesterday when I found out in the middle of the night, the same time that he did, that were the press going to add hard pressing questions.
And every time the press has the president, that they ask those hard pressing questions.
Yeah, they do. But before we
They
begin,
want to make sure they understand what's going to define this nation moving forward.
yeah, but before we begin, can we start with the with our usual what happened to Joe Biden? Here we go.
What? Hold on. This is our daily dose of Biden?
Our daily dose of Biden. You ready for
Let's
it?
go.
Here
Let's
we
go ahead.
Best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to. Anyway, we're going to get.
Well, anyway, Jim.
It kept happening.
What do you want to eat for lunch?
I always like to know, and if somebody knows out there, can somebody tell me what kind of drugs do you think he's on?
I think when the Adderall wears off, he hits like this. I'm sure they have like a B12, like one of those remote injectable drips where they shoot him. And I think the Adderall with the B12 is just like it's tripping the wiring. I feel like he's short-circuiting sometimes.
It really does feel like that. It feels like he's so confused that I feel confused. I sit there and I watch him, and I'm just like, what? Did I hear that correctly?
I think we're confused with being confused. Like I'm trying to put together what he's just saying, and then at the same time,
hole of confusion.
yeah,
anything in its
it just sucks into complete nothingness.
Unless you are a Democratic hack, in which case this is beautiful. This is the best. This is the best thing ever.
So far, this is the best speech I've heard. This is the best press conference that any president has had in the last 100 years.
Well, I want to show you a picture.
Right?
John.
Right, Jim?
It's the best.
If you're CNN,
it goes.
have you ever had any more compassionate, caring, and loving president than Joseph R.?
It was good. He was so good with the people. He was so nice and polite. It was nice to to hear words coming out of somebody's mouth that were just filled with kindness.
that were pre-written on his notes.
We don't know if they were pre-written, do we, John?
Did we get him any? Did they have the teleprompter thing today?
Oh no,
I didn't catch his hand going like this
what
today.
What is that, John?
What? Wait a minute.
Are you
What
seeing
is that?
What I'm seeing?
Is that from the press conference today?
That's from the press conference today.
They gave the press that angle to shoot that.
Somebody took the picture.
Somebody took that. That was.
Somebody's gonna get fired. Okay, I guess
they're gonna find out who was standing at that angle, and you'll see they'll never be at another Biden press conference again.
Yeah, because I think that a lot of people are gonna be talking about the fact about his responses and about how.
You mean the softballs that they were getting pitched?
Right or left? We're gonna talk about the right's gonna be talking about how softball this was, that he had certain gas. The left is gonna be talking about how amazing it was because it was amazing. What we want to talk about is what's the word, procuring? Is that the word, procuring all this information for the left and the right? Look, all I want to say about this is that
I don't even know what you're trying to say, Jim.
No, procuring's not the word.
Yeah.
What's the word for when they
try to manipulate or
no? You know what, artists, they set the tone, and or when you go to an event and they have
like those artsy fartsy things, and they try to do the. I know what you're trying to say.
Information for
yeah,
you, right?
I don't know.
Look, I'm glad that the main.
I think I'm getting stupider just listening to him talk.
Oh, okay. Or me talk.
That could be
One
the
of
case.
the two. Well, anyways,
I think
what
both.
I'm saying is that as
between
a
you
leftist,
and Biden, it's not looking good for me.
As a proud leftist, I am glad that the corporate media is back and in line with the government, because we look. We had 4 years of fascism. We had 4 years of Nazis running the White House, right? They were attacking the press like crazy, right? So now,
hold on, yeah, weren't these Nazis? They were shutting down the press, like
they were shutting down the presses, right?
They weren't letting them cover anything.
Nope,
no coverage of anything.
They never had access to
at
the
all.
president.
They never had access. First of all, Donald Trump never gave press conferences.
Yeah. It was like a death sentence going into the briefing room, John.
Can we show one of the press conferences? Donald Trump used to give daily press conferences like this.
You really want to do this?
Daily press conferences like this.
All right, let's do it.
Just play it.
All right.
Play what
you heard my answer. Go ahead.
Here we go.
This is
Well, since it's Jim, I'll let it go.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wanted to challenge you on one of the statements that you made in the tail end of the campaign. In the midterms,
Here we go.
If you don't mind, Mr. President, that this caravan was an invasion. They're hundreds of miles away, though. They're hundreds and hundreds of miles away. That's not an invasion.
Honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN, and if you did it well, your ratings
Let
would
me
be
ask
much
you,
better.
if I may ask you, Mr. President, if I may ask you a question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's
Mr.
enough.
President,
Not
ask one of the other folks.
That was. I have to say, Jim,
That's
whether you
enough.
Mr. President, I had one other
Peter,
question.
let's
If
go.
I may ask
Sorry, give me one
on the
second.
Russia.
What was that? Go ahead.
hold on. That was okay. Like, this guy, you see, like, he doesn't know when to shut his damn mouth and sit back down when the president tells you that's enough, right? It's okay.
Right, but
in other countries, see, this is what people take for granted here in the United States. In other countries, that guy keeps talking, they're gonna pull Aladdin on him, you know? Like,
here's my thing. Where's Jim Acosta when you need him? You know, where's the hard pressing reporting that we've had? Where are these warriors that we had for 4 years? We had people fighting the literal Nazi.
Yeah.
And then they pull out their sea line over here. Reporters.
They got the JV squad.
They got the JV squads, like the prep team. Like,
President, if it's not too much to ask, can we cover what's going on at the border? Well, actually, if you give me a few days to clean this shit up a little bit, you know, we want to make sure that you guys don't go over there and are unimpressed with how poorly we're handling the situation. That sounds fair, Mr. President. Thank you.
Looked around the room. Like, that sounds good, guys. Yeah, that sounds good.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's
all
fair.
right,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. Oh, you want to clear? You want
High fives all around.
you want to clear some of these kids out of these detention camps that have like 8,000% capacity? Okay, sounds fair.
Can we just finish the rest of this?
Oh
really quick?
my God.
Just really quick.
It's absolutely
it's pretty,
ridiculous.
pretty
It's so
funny.
ridiculous.
Look,
Go to the one where the girl is just like yelling like, "You're being dishonest."
hold on.
And just Trump
Well,
is just.
when you report fake news,
Yes.
when you report fake news, which CNN does a lot, you are the enemy of the people. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you.
Look at those.
Thank you.
Look at those spiders. Those
Sit down.
But the
warriors.
question, but you didn't answer my question. Just very simply, the question is, why are
Look
you
at all of
pitting
them.
Americans against one another, sir?
I'm not responding. I'm responding to. Excuse me. I'm not responding to you. I'm talking to this
How
gentleman.
is he
Would you
pinning
please sit down?
Americans against one another?
Excuse me. Excuse me. Would you please sit down?
You
Please go ahead.
suck.
Thank you, Mr. President. Now that the House of
what is
Very
going on?
hostile. It's such a hostile media. It's so sad. You asked me about. No, you rudely interrupted him. You rudely interrupted him.
What is this? Is what he had to deal with, like and he would do this on a daily.
Yeah, every day he would do it.
He would do press conferences like this every day. And he would come out to the firing squad, literally like.
But where were these people today?
Did you notice any of these people today?
Maybe I
besides the ones that were clamoring about how fantastic Joe did.
Look, and we'll get to that in just a second.
It's
but,
unbelievable.
Hold on. But
It's unbelievable, the double standard
I
of the media.
do think it
Bro,
has to do something with
that
this.
that paper that he's holding right there
Uh-huh.
says these are the people you call on when you want A level, B level, and C level. A level
Everybody
is
else.
total softball. B level is concerning issues, but don't worry, they won't ask any follow-up questions. C level is let's just not call on those people, huh?
Yeah.
And if you go there, make sure you go back to 2, 3 A's.
Can I say it's observation too?
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed it, but it started off kind of quick paced, and I don't know if this is the drugs or not, but this is what my observation is. It kind of slowed down towards the end, right? Like his responses to.
Well, see, Jim, since you're not up to date with all the medical pharmaceuticals, the Adderall, it starts to fade after a while. So while he was hopped up in the first 20 minutes on Adderall, as soon as you started dissipating,
Okay.
that's when he started going to, I forgot what we were talking about. Let's just keep going.
That's what I thought at first. I really did think like, okay, I even tweeted
The
out,
drugs
I
are
think
wearing
the drugs
off.
are wearing off.
The
Yeah.
drugs are wearing off.
No, but
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody just ran up on stage with a B12 needle and just shoved it in his ass and ran away.
no, but here's my thing.
And he was like,
yes,
that was
yeah.
quite pleasant.
Oh, Kamala. Not in public. No, but this is what I was thinking. I think
Get that guy's number.
you watch basketball, right? You watch a ton of basketball.
Yeah.
If you're up and you're winning, you're in the fourth quarter. What do?
You put their foot on their throat is what you do.
Yeah, you pass the ball around, right? You run the clock.
Nah, you put your foot on your throat if you're a competitor.
No, if you're not a
That-
competitor.
not
if you
with
want-
this guy.
If the safe route is just pass the ball around, run the clock down. Same thing with
Nah,
football, right?
see, the thing is,
Fine, but not to
the
get
thing,
into- I'm
the
trying to
thing
get to the
you're
point.
trying to get to an analogy that's
Yeah.
not working.
Okay, football.
Football, yes.
Okay, there. You're just trying
Yes,
to run
you're
the
trying to
clock
run
out.
the clock out.
Okay, you try to run the clock
2
out.
minutes
Okay.
left. You got the ball.
Yeah, that's
They
what was
they need
happening
to.
at the
They
end.
don't have any timeouts to stop you.
Look,
You kneel until the game
You
is
see
over.
that list right there?
Yeah.
Like you said, he was getting into the C line already. Okay, we can't get there. We still got. He was checking his watch the entire time.
Unbelievable.
I think
He's
he
all
was
like,
trying to run
how
down
much
the clock."
longer do I have to be up here?
Slow the responses, Joe.
They told me
Yeah.
if I'm here for an hour, it'll look legitimate.
Yeah, that's all he needed. He was just trying to run down the clock.
That was the longest 60 minutes of his life right there.
Gosh.
Did he even cover anything?
No, we came out of this.
Are we more confused now than when the press
Yeah.
conference started?
But again, it's not him. It's not Joe. None of this is.
I feel
Joe
really,
Biden.
honestly, I don't like the guy really because he's a career politician who's just been suckling at the taxpayers' teeth for all these years, and he hasn't done a damn thing to show for it. But at this point, I really feel bad for him. I feel like this is like elder abuse. I feel like they just got like the most incompetent, unsavory guy that they could have found that they knew. I mean, the guy literally had to drop out of an election before because of dishonesty, because of all the bad things he
In the
was
80s,
saying.
not
This is
not
in the
recent
80s.
past.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah,
You know what?
maybe after the
If
second
Trump,
time.
I'm sorry, but if Trump had that background, you think they would have put him on the ticket for the GOP in 16 in 2016? I don't think they would have put him on the 16.
Trump is a very unique situation in the same way Obama was a unique situation.
Yeah,
for the
but
voters.
look, but here's the thing, okay? Both of them, don't talk about my boy Obama,
Yeah.
all right? You know how I feel about him.
We light a candle, his patron saint candle,
Power.
in the restroom.
Power to the people,
It's
my brother.
It's scented.
Just because he put us in more wars and did more to destroy the inner communities than
made the strong
any
banger.
president.
I mean, made the strong banger.
Made
the banks. Made the banks stronger.
And he made the Strong's
Joe.
banger also. You
Joe-
see what I'm saying? Just listening to him just makes you retarded.
Oh,
We can still say retard, right?
Some people can.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
I can say it.
John still can.
I can say it. The point is,
It's
the
not his
American
fault.
people are just getting stupider watching this guy fumble and bumble around when he really just needs to be like on a golf course somewhere in
Yeah, we
Florida.
keep saying this,
just
the
put
Trojan
him.
horse
Just
situation.
Yes. Just let the guy ride into the sunset, man.
Yeah.
Come
well,
on, man. You know
on.
how he says.
Come on.
Come on, man. What are you, a junkie? Just let me go, man.
yeah,
Just stop asking me questions. You know I'm here. Like, I don't even know how I got here. I didn't even campaign. I don't even know. I didn't even know I was running for president. I'm working for this chick. That's why I called her President Harris the other day.
Oh gosh, she keeps
He
doing
called
it
her President
too.
Harris.
He keeps doing it too. It's not by mistake.
It's not by mistake because they've already told
literally,
him.
if you were to look at his notes,
you
it's in
are
there.
just here because.
Yeah. It's on the teleprompter.
Yeah.
I'm sure. It's not like people think it's a mistake. Here, I want to show you something. This was his response. This is what I'm talking about. Like, okay, where are the warriors? Where are the warriors that we had?
Let's ask some poignant questions.
That North Korea tested 2 ballistic missiles. What, if any, actions will you take, and what is your red line on North Korea?
Let me say that.
I want you to notice something.
Hold on.
Where's he?
UN
Hold on.
Resolution
I want to see how many seconds it takes for him to
was
even respond.
violated by those particular missiles that were tested. Number one, we're consulting with our allies and partners, and
I'm reading
there
a
will be,
pre-written statement.
responses if they choose to escalate.
He's reading.
He's a good reader.
Respond accordingly.
Jimmy, he's reading the answer.
Period,
I can't. That's what I'm
That
saying.
means they would have needed to write the question to have the answer for him on the podium. They're like, call on this girl. Here's her picture. These are her credentials. Call on her next, and then read this answer. What is going on?
Keep talking, John. Keep talking.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Can you imagine if Trump was reading the answers? Can you imagine what the media, the shitstorm that he would have to face?
John, it's not like the Democrats have a
Under siege after
have
giving-
a history of it. Oh, they do have a history. Oh,
What are you talking about?
Oh, they give
The
questions.
DNC?
Yeah, according to Political, this is a story some time ago that Donna Brazile actually was feeding questions, debate questions to Hillary Clinton.
Is that right?
Yeah, and we're strong believers of people, history repeats itself, right?
I don't know, Jimmy.
I
I don't know.
So fine. Let's just okay. But where are the warriors? Where are the fighters of truth?
What did Fox ask? I'm just
They weren't
curious. They weren't even
invited.
They weren't even
Yeah.
invited.
Same thing with Joe Biden.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually
There
don't
was
know.
no Fox
I don't know.
News
Can I show you
coverage?
something really quick? That you're
Not
gonna
that
love?
they're any more objective than anyone else, but I'm just saying.
Here's I keep joking about
Biden didn't know. Is that a new thing?
Yeah, here's the thing. Check this
We
out.
should probably
really quick.
buy that
Hold
Twitter
on.
page.
Biden didn't know. Where was that? Biden. Oh. In the
If
meanwhile,
you
while I
could
look
fill
this
up
up,
all the things that Biden didn't know,
there's tons
you
of
could
things
fill
he
the
didn't know.
internet.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so we were
But
joking.
it's just look. Here's my problem. Okay, we have a lot of pressing issues, right? We have the COVID crisis. Still, more people are getting infected than ever before. Yes, there's vaccinations going out, but there's still a lot more people being affected by COVID. You have the border crisis where 6,000 immigrants illegally are coming into the country. All right.
which he took no responsibility for today, which was fun.
That
Good
was
on you,
yeah.
Joe.
Good job.
Never
Good job.
admit to
Just
it.
good job. Just passing the buck to Kamala. That's why I put Kamala in charge.
That's good. That's such a good point, though. I thought it was super funny because he was like, "I'm not gonna let."
Are you really?
China
You're
I'm not
serious?
gonna let China take over on my watch. Yeah, because you gave that responsibility to Kamala. It's gonna happen under Kamala's watch.
Did you see how glowingly he spoke of Xi Jinping?
Yeah. Right.
So what does that tell you when he says things?
Where
When he
are
says,
the
"I admire,"
tellers. Where are they?
I think we're the only ones, Jim, and that's why YouTube. Hey, YouTube, stop messing with the algo. Let people find our show. That's why they block us, Jim. They don't want us to get this message out. We're red pilling people, and they don't like it. They want to think that everything is awesome. When you're paying $35 a gallon at the gas pump, everything is awesome.
You know what? My Prius. I drive a Prius, by the way. My Prius.
You're such a lid.
My Prius. Actually, it was almost $45 yesterday for the first time ever. That was crazy.
It's like a half a tank for my truck.
Oh yeah. You see. Well, anyways, John, remember I told you we joked about the fact that Fox wasn't invited because they didn't know. Well, apparently your boy Biden didn't know either.
Oh my God! This was yesterday. This is Wednesday. You didn't. I got you ready for the press conference tomorrow. I go, what press conference? That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know
about the Trojan horse.
Oh my God! How
gosh,
they used Old Man Winter to go in
Yeah.
and just drop in all of their progressive leftist agenda.
Okay, hold on. But you're wrong, John. I'll tell you why you're wrong, because blue checkmark tells you you're wrong. The dominant narrative from the right-wing industrial complex, which is you, is that Biden is senile and being manipulated by shadowy leftists. It's charged so crazy it doesn't deserve refutation. But Biden's crisp press conference shows he's fully in command of the issues. It doesn't stop there, John. It doesn't stop there. This is how wrong you are.
That was a pretty crispy press conference. Yes.
Went off without a hitch. Yeah. What do you mean he fell? That wasn't falling. He was just making sure the floors. That's what a president
He was just
does.
checking the carpet. He just saw a stain. He was just trying to remove it.
Real leader.
That's what a real leader. He gets on his hands and knees.
You're wrong. Blue check mark. Absolutely. We may be looking at truly great president. He could teach multiple college courses tomorrow on foreign policy,
labor, economics, immigration, constitutional governance, and U.S. history. You know what was the best? You know what was the best?
Preach.
There was a moment in the thing where he's all like, you know, I'm not too sure how the legislation gets passed. I'm not an expert at that. Were you a senator for like freaking 30 years?
He doesn't plan, okay? He doesn't plan for 3.5 years, and he doesn't remember what
You
happened
were a
20 seconds ago.
senator for all those years. How are you not an expert in legislation?
And we'll get to it.
How can you say that? That's like me being a plumber for 40 years, and then you ask me, and I'm like, well, you know, you can use a T-pipe, but, you know, I'm not an expert in these things.
John.
What?
John, I just want to know, how do you like being wrong? Is it fun for you to be wrong? Because you're wrong. He wasn't in the Senate for 20 years.
What was it?
Go back to a position of the filibuster that existed just when I came to the United States Senate 120 years ago. With regard to
Okay, folks,
Went off
for those
without
of you that
a hitch.
didn't
That
catch
was
that at home.
That was a crispy.
Hold on. For those of you that didn't catch that one at home, let me just
Say it one more time.
Here we go.
One more time for the people.
I believe we should go back to a position of the filibuster that existed just when I came to the United States Senate 120 years ago. With regard to the filibuster, I believe.
John.
I think this one just replaced the 780 million billion. That has to be my favorite. This has to be my favorite. When I entered the Senate 120 years ago.
Just remember, blue check mark. His responses were so clear, thoughtful, and honest, it almost took my breath away. But John, there's something more important I think that we need to talk about here.
Oh my God! We have a country full of cucks? I'm sorry. This is horrible.
But here, John. This is what I'm talking about. This is the theme of today. Remember, the theme of today is that
everything
media,
is awesome.
The media, no matter
That's
no matter how absent they may seem, they're kind of like Batman. You know, he's always there somewhere when you call him and you need him.
In the darkness,
right? Because you heard 120 years,
lingering.
Right? You heard?
I did hear.
You heard it in 120 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, it goes back to my original question, John. How often do you enjoy being wrong? Because blue checkmark Twitter fact checkers coming through for the win. Get ready for the dumbest effing shrieking from those on the right, you who didn't understand Biden's joke about having to come to the Senate 120 years ago.
Oh, now he's a comedian. He's a comedian all of a sudden. He was killing the press conference. He was so on point that he was like, you know what? I'm going to drop in some of my own jokes now. Hold on. Not only am I not going to read the answers that were pre-written for me, I'm just going to go off the cuff and just start dropping in jokes. That's right,
Biden.
America.
But it's not Biden, America. It's not Biden. It's the truth tellers telling the truth. They're so good at bringing the truth to light. Tomorrow morning, you're going to see it. And the fact checked. Biden says he was in the Senate 120 years ago. And then the body of that paragraph is going to be, well, you know, it was just a joke. Fact check, mostly false. I bet you tomorrow someone's going to have a fact checked about this, and it's going to be mostly a false kind of situation.
Listen, I don't give a shit about the fact checkers. I just believe my eyes and my ears, and my eyes and ears cannot believe that this guy is the president of the United States. I'm running in 20, I don't know, 20, I'll be too busy in 2024, 2028. I'll be running for president, Jim.
Oh, boy.
I'm calling it right now, ladies and gentlemen. So we better start building up our following on this podcast.
Yeah, that'd be cool. We could do that. I'm trying to end
2028.
Trying to end this on a good note. I don't even
Vote
know where to
Soybatian.
end. Where do we end, John?
It can't get any worse than this.
Oh, I don't know where we end.
I don't even know if that's possible.
How do we end this? Do you have any parting words?
Jesus Christ.
Tomorrow's a new day.
Lord, pray for us.
Tomorrow's
I
a new
need
day.
Jesus to pray for us. Like, I don't even need to pray for Jesus. But we don't need to pray to Jesus. We need Jesus to pray for us over here. What is going on? What is going on with our country under these cucks? What is going on, Jim?
It's good. Everything good is going on. What are you talking about? Decency is back in the
Do you
White
want to know
House.
what's going to happen right now?
Kids
do you
aren't
want me to
visible force
You want me to
fields instead of
foreshadow?
cages.
You want me to foreshadow?
Yeah, go ahead, foreshadow. Dude,
Okay.
dude.
So they're going to take away our guns next. Okay. I'm just telling you, they're
Yeah,
going to take away our guns.
Yeah.
They're going to let all the illegal immigrants that they can come through the doors.
Uh-huh.
Okay. They're going to build their voter base up.
Sure.
They're going to kill the filibuster.
Okay.
So basically, what that means is, and they're going to pass this HR 1
Yeah.
so that they can have unlimited amount of votes in their favor. Okay. The people will not be armed to be able to stand up and protest against like this type of BS and tyranny. And they're going to have the backing of having all the immigrants that are coming into the country on their side. So while there's chaos going on, while there's going to be rapid increase of like everything bad that you can think of, as far as from a crime standpoint, as far as from instability standpoint, as far as from an economic standpoint, every negative thing that you can think of, while we're all distracted with that, they're going to be milking our government dry. By going to wars that we don't need to be involved in, by pushing BS, Green New Deals and whatever other BS they need just to pull out trillions of dollars to send to their friends and neighbors. Yeah,
Ted Cruz
that's
is
exactly,
babyface then.
that's literally what's going to start happening.
All right.
So just know that today I'm calling it.
Okay.
All right. And in 2028, I'm coming in on the white stallion, baby. So DeSantis, check yourself. You got competition now.
All right, John.
All right. That's it.
Wait, before we go, can I give my prediction?
Jimmy. I love it.
Oh,
I love it. I love it. Please, listen. That's going to be, by the way.
No, you can't call me Jim Eagle.
No, I have to call you Jim Eagle.
can't.
I have to call
You're
you
the context
Jim
of it. The
Eagle.
context is important. You can't call me Jim Eagle.
I'm calling you Jim
I'm cool
Eagle
with-
from now
I'm
on.
cool with Mexican Jim, but Jimmy, listen to this.
No, I'm calling you
Just
Jim
listen,
Eagle.
just listen.
Pass the legislation passed by the House, number one. Number two, educating the American public. The Republican voters I know find this despicable. Republican voters,
He's worse at Mike's than we are.
folks outside this White House. I'm not talking about the elected officials.
They don't agree with shit.
Hold on, listen.
And so I'm convinced that we'll be able to stop this because it is the most pernicious thing. This makes Jim Crow look like Jim Eagle.
I refuse to be called Jim
I am
Eagle.
going to call you
I am
Jim
not
Eagle.
going to be called Jim Eagle.
Your new name?
No.
I anoint
I love
you
the people. I love every person
Mexican
of
Jim.
any colors or no colors.
Mexican
race,
Jim.
creed, or religion.
I
don't care.
now anoint
I am
you
not-
Jim
You suck. You
Eagle.
suck. This is over. We're calling it. Bye. Bye. We're calling it today. It's over. Bye, John.
Bye, Jim Eagle.
Suck. Stop the stream.